Sienna's impairment is flickering of the eyes. There's tachma, and she's got an alignment of the eyes. It's not 100%. It is to the left when she looks in front of her. Sienna's challenges on a daily basis. When we go to malls, crossing the street, when we go to friends' houses to know the outlay of the house. Because like children, they run. And sometimes she doesn't know where what is and she bumps her head. She falls and trips over objects. So yeah, it's quite funny sometimes. And she also finds it funny. And that's what we love about her personality. You know, she doesn't take it too seriously.
I have a child named Buko, who is here at Ukukula. She's 4 years old. She is visually impaired. The first time we noticed that she has eye problems was when she was like, I think 6 months or something. Then we took her to the doctor. The doctor examined her and then said that she has some problems with the eyes, because I also noticed that her eyes were moving a lot faster. So the doctor said that she has a visual impairment. Without the glasses, she has 13%. Because when she holds something up, she has to look at it up close like this.
Other challenges is like she cannot join in normal sports and participate in the mainstream sports of everyday life. But we've tried never to make an issue out of it, to make things normal as possible. And that's why she doesn't know any different.
She sometimes forgets that she has eye problems, because she doesn't want to wear her glasses at all, but I have to like force her. I think she doesn't want to accept it, because mostly she sees her sister without glasses and she'll be like, no, I can see clearly. But when she has to like stand in front of the TV like this, and I have to tell her, no, you have problems with your eyes, so you always have to wear your glasses.
One of the problems was finding a school for her. Because she's in mainstream school, there isn't a lot of schools that can accommodate her situation or her challenge. And the teachers and the schools don't know how to adapt to it. So we found a very nice private school where we can send her, and she feels absolutely at home there.
Our school is a progressive, Regio-inspired school. So we believe in the learners learning through a very child-centered environment. We have a huge emphasis on outdoor education as well as critical thinking, and we value the arts as part of the learning process.
Sienna has a bubbly personality, so she's very interested in, learning new things. With her, we've taught her computer lessons, so she's able to touch type on the laptop without looking at the keyboard. So this will assist her in going to high school next year. So she's really excited to be able to use her classroom while all the other kids are using their books. So this is accessible to her.
I use like a Ruby, which is like a device that magnifies writing, and you can change the colours and enlarge it and stuff like that. I can take pictures on the board, which really helps. Then I don't have to keep on going to the board and like looking at it, or even asking a friend what's on the board.
Well, mainly in South Africa, people believe that children who are born with visual impairment, mainly who are completely blind, that they are bewitched. With children who have got albinism and have got a visual impairment as well, they believe that they need to take those people and kill them in order to do their rituals with them, and for that to be is just heartbreaking, because they're just like any other children out there.
So my role as a teacher for inclusion at Ukukula is that we take children with visual impairments and we adapt our resources and assess them to the best of our ability in hoping to integrate them into mainstream schooling one day. So we go up until grade R and then hopefully to integrate them into a grade 1 classroom into mainstream schooling by assisting and training the teachers at that school as well.
Yeah, I do see a lot of improvement. Because when she's at home, she does all the things that she does here at school. She does with the counting and the drawings, and just about everything that she does here at Ukukula.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I believe that what makes Khanyisa unique is the culture of the school. As the staff, we have the shared values in terms of collaborating, in making sure that our learners succeed, because when you teach blind learners, there's no way that you work in isolation. You need to make sure that there's teamwork. Teaching becomes a teamwork. There's also shared norms and values. If you look around at our school, in terms of assisting one another, in terms of supporting one another, that is also, emulated by the learners from the adults. Because if you look at them whilst they are playing or during the break time, you will see that those who have low vision are even able to assist the learners who are totally blind. So that makes us unique as the school, because the love, the joy, the happiness, in making sure that the learners, because most of these children, they reside at the hostel, which makes the hostel their home for the duration of the year. They only go to home at the end of the term. So during the lot of months, they are here at the school. So we need to make it homely for them. So that's what makes us unique.
Having a visual impairment did make me a tough survivor, because I've learned that visual impairment, you can do anything for yourself. There's nothing you can't do just because you've got visual impairment. And my father once told me that in life, not everyone is going to appreciate your presence. So the only thing that you need to do is focus on your future.
I am not scared about my disability, but people make us feel scared about our disability. I would like to tell them that my principal used to say to us in the line, respect comes first. So I would like them to respect us and take care of us.
At school, it has to be my teachers. I mean, they're trying their best to make sure that even us totally blind learners are comfortable and we're able to read and write as our peers.
I use assistive device that is Braille no touch. I am writing my work, I am doing research. It's like a cell phone. It changed my life because I didn't know how to spell words, difficult words. And I started to have this device in 2018. And then I started to know different words because it has a speech on it. So you can write a word. If you write a word and then that word is incorrect, it corrects you.
It is very important so that it can develop you as a person, especially a person with visual impairment, because we need assistance in terms of walking around in a strange environment. So if you are able to cope in an environment that you already know, it's easy to learn a new environment.
POP Enterprise is the acronym for People of Purpose. And basically what we want to do is bridge the gap that there is for people with disabilities by empowering them, encouraging them, and making them realize that they have just as much a place in society as anyone else.
Well, the role I play is advocate for the rights for inclusion at universities for students. I absolutely demand that students be accommodated, reasonably accommodated with the learning material that they need. And I also advocate for bursaries for students with low vision in order for them to be able to study, as well as for the enrollment in vocational skills, where they can learn the necessary skills in order to work and obtain a good employment after school.
Inclusion means that the kids with visual impairment are included in the class. It means that they are participating in all the activities and not excluded from any work, any assignments, any extramural activities.
Inclusion is very important. We try to install a great sense of achievability, that she can do anything that she wants. We've made a point of it not to make an issue out of her challenge. You know, the Lord has given her plenty of other characteristics and nature that make up for her eyes, that some people don't even know that she's got an eye problem or a challenge. And that's what we're trying to install into her.
Inclusion for me means making them feel part of the community in which they are and not isolating them in any way and treating them equally just like any other person.
My dream is to be the best clinical psychologist in the world. So that's what I budget. I want to be. What I can say to my community is for them to stop feeling sorry for people with visual impairment. It's kind of irritating. They should just support us.
Mr. President, I would like you to do houses for us because people with disabilities are living in the shacks, in the raining houses. I would like you to help us with that. They are suffering outside there.
I would like to let the world know that living with visual impairment does not mean you can't do anything for yourself. It does not mean you have no brain. The only difference is that you are visually impaired.
Sienna, Dad wouldn't have it any other way. With vision, without vision, you're still the most beautiful girl I will ever have. And I thank the Lord every day for you. You're a blessing to me and to your mommy and to your brother. And we say thank you to the Lord every day for your life.